walked down the road, and I got to the road. I got to the road that was leading to Timnah, and I met Judah there. Now, Judah's wife had died before the sheep shearing. A year before the sheep shearing, Judah's wife had died, and in that time, he became very lonely. Poor soul. Anyways, I met him there, and funny, but he asked me. He said, "Oh, what's your name?" "Pretty thing, you." "Oh, me? Oh, my name's something. It doesn't matter what my name is. You handsome man." So, being the gracious man he is, he looked at me and he said, "You should sleep with me." Okay. Because that's just the best way to ask somebody. But I did look like a prostitute, and prostitutes back then were you just pretty much told them to do it, and then they just kind of did it. But I was smart. Because not only did I need sons, I needed an explanation for why I had sons. So don't get ahead of the story, just hear me out. So I said, "Oh, handsome man, you rugged thing, you should give me your staff, and your signet ring." Yeah, that would be good too. And and your cords that say who you are. Because I knew who he was. He was important. He was a leader. He was the oldest. He was it. So he said, "Well, okay." And he said, "I will send you a sheep or a goat, and then you can send those things back to me through that person." And I said, "Sure, yeah." So we did the deed, and we, after that, he left, because he was going to go get a sheep, and, or a goat or something, food, I guess. Anyways, I took the things, and I ran back home, and I changed back into my widow's clothes, and I scruffled my hair, and I wrinkled my hem, and I just felt horrible. And I hid the staff and the cord and the signet ring under my little mat that I slept on. And my nurse, she's a darling nurse, I love her very much, but she tends to get ahead of me a lot. She goes, "Oh, Tamar, Tamar, you will burn to death. They will burn you. No, they will stone you. No, they will cut off your arms and legs. Oh, what am I going to do?" She's kind of dramatic. Sort of. I said, no, you can't tell anybody. You can't say anything. We just need to leave it. And she goes, "But you're pregnant." And I said, "No, you need to just be quiet, and you're just going to forget this ever happened. I have a plan." Which, I kind of had a plan, but it was still working its way through, so I kind of lied. Anyways, I did my daily chores, and then all of a sudden, it got really too hard to hide that I was pregnant. And people started noticing. And my father came into my room. He said, "You whore! How dare you? How dare you sleep with someone else? Ugh! I'm so tired of you! I'm sending a letter to Judah, and he will deal with you himself." So I sat there and I said, "Yes, Father. Okay." And we got a letter back. A messenger boy. He said, "Judah says that you should burn Tamar." Smart man. Burning the evidence. Good idea. So I sent him secretly the staff, the cords, the signet ring, and along with that I sent a message. "Judah, whoever these things belong to, that is the father of my children." And I don't know his reaction, but I think it was something like this. Uh-oh. He's smart. I'm smarter. Yeah. Anyways, they bring me out, right? Because I sent the messenger, but honestly, they could burn me before then. So I had to make sure that I said it fast, you know. So they bring me out, and they're tying me up, and they're beating me. And all this time, I am protecting my child because I need to. I need to protect this baby inside of me. Because this baby is going to be blessed. I know it. There's a plan for this child. So I did. I protected him. And I was bruised, and I was beaten, and I was bloody, and my brothers and father were the ones who beat me. And it's sad to think about because they didn't care for me at all. And all of a sudden, I see a man running, and he's running towards me. And he's running so fast that dust is being kicked up behind him. And he comes up and he says, "Wait! Stop! Whatever you're doing, just stop!" And he looked at my father and he said, "How dare you beat her? She is your flesh and blood." And then he walked up to me. And he did something that I'll never forget. Because that was the moment that Judah became more than just Judah. He became more. He became a man. He became a protector. A person that people look at. You know? Someone that people remember. What he did is he walked up to me. Please stand. He walked up to me and he took his hands and placed them on my face. And he said, "She is more holy and more righteous than I am. I was the one who slandered her. That child in her tummy is mine. And it was my fault. I should be punished. I'm taking her home, and she will live with me for the rest of her life." God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes those ways aren't what you want, aren't what please you the most. And honestly, there have been times where I've judged what God has done and thought, maybe this isn't the best thing. But you look back on my life and you realize that sometimes the way God chooses is more powerful than the way that you could ever thought of.
Spider.
Thank you.